Okay, good morning. It's Jill Price, and I am March 9th, and so I'm going to kind of fill you in on my day. And I'll just sort of review yesterday. Yesterday I had to go pick up my work from the Images Studio Tour as I applied to that, and the jurying is done. And so I'll get notified in, I think, a week as to whether I got on that tour or not. Anyway, I got a chance to see some pretty cool art by other artists in the area, and I got to meet one of the organizers, Brian Barr, who is just a hoot. He's a teacher at a secondary school in Barrie, Ontario, as well as a fantastic photographer, almost collage artist. You know, what he does with his photographs is quite contemporary and pushing the limits of what photography is these days. So really enjoyed talking to him about his work a little. Alright, so that was yesterday. Today I have to go to the Barrie Arts Club and pick up a banner. I'm on the Spring Barrie Art Tour, and so we each are been asked to do a banner that will hang downtown on the street lights to create some excitement and get people visiting our studios. So, it's funny because painting is sort of becoming administration for this project. So I have to do that, and I'll also be at the spring annual update at the South Shore Community Center tonight from 7 till 9, and I'll be there on behalf of the Barrie Arts and Culture Council. So please come up and introduce yourself. I'm dying to meet more people in the community, and I can tell you, about the Barrie Arts Network and why it's important for you to get involved and join up and register. And, always free to just stop in my studio downtown, too, if you have any questions about that as well. Tomorrow, I'm sort of doing a format review of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, giving you a heads up so that if you want to attend something, you have a little bit of time to change up your schedule. So tomorrow night at the McLaren at 7 o'clock there is an art opening, and the fabulous artists are Gordon Monahan, singing, sound, art performance, and music. And I guess that is sort of a retrospective of his work, because it says the dates are 1978 to 2011. This is, I don't know if you can see it, cover up my face or not, but that's sort of what we have going on there. Just a quick shot of what you can expect. And then there's also a second artist, Juliana Pivado, Trading Surfaces, and both shows will be on. Gordon Monahan's running until May 29th, and Juliana's running until the 5th of June. So if you can't make it tomorrow night, be sure to stop in and see the new shows, at least in the next couple months. And both of those have been curated by the new curator there, Ben Portis. So what you don't know, some of you, what you might not know, is that when you come into when you're coming to work at a public art gallery, a lot of the programming has already been done, and so up to a year, sometimes even 2 years. So what you're beginning to see now is the curatorial work of Ben. Even though he's been here for 8 to 10 months, now you're actually going to start seeing his programming happen. And so be sure to introduce yourself to Ben. He actually, unfortunately, doesn't live in Barrie. He's commuting up from Toronto 3, 4 days a week, and so I'm sure he'd love to meet more and more people as well. So that's tomorrow. Reminders, I already told you, register with Barrie Arts Network, and we have a link from the Barrie Arts and Culture Council website, so you can do that. There is a call for submissions from the town of Caledon. It's called Time Frame, and I think that's in coordination with the Red Door Gallery. No, sorry, Double Doors Gallery up in Anton Mills. I think he's taking that on to curate that, and I know one of the judges is Ted Fullerton, and that show has to deal with how our landscapes are changing, and over time, sort of a historical celebration of the rural landscape. So the name of that is Time Frame. So you can Google that, and the town of Caledon is sponsoring that show. What else do we have? Oh, the Halliburton School of Art is open for their spring-summer registration and fall registration. So their catalog is now completely done. And I took 2 courses there last summer. It was fantastic. Met some really neat people. And you know, really reasonable prices, and there's sort of lots of cool bed and breakfasts you can stay at as well. So, and it's just a beautiful place to be in the summer. And the courses are extremely intense. So if you're the type of artist who likes a working holiday, or if you are just another type of professional individual who does like to explore your creative side, but is willing to put in some long hours creating, then I would definitely suggest a course at Halliburton. Their course is about $300 for a week, but it's full days, and you can stay there into the evening making, and so the facilities are really wide open for you to just stay and play. What else? Oh, okay, Lakeshore Muse. We have a Tumblr now. So Lakeshore Muse, we're kind of trying to work together to market ourselves. So it's Lana Sproul up at Stage, Megan Armstrong at Petit Chapeau, and the Creative Space is also working with us, and Gary Owen, we're hoping will come on board and do some collaborative things with us. And so, as some of you may know, we already just ran some workshops at the Creative Space, and they went really well. And we had a request to run some more. So we are actually going to start a new series of workshops starting in April. These ones are spring into printmaking with Lakeshore Muse, and so we're going to offer 6 different workshops, everything from monoprinting to calendar cutouts and lino cuts with Megan, and ghetto silk screening with Alana, which I am so keen to do myself. So anyway, it should be some fun evenings, and again, the cost is going to be $25 per workshop, or by a specific date, I think March 31st. If you register by March 31st, we'll give you all 6 workshops for $120. So sign up soon, and registration forms will be available through me at the studio. I'll also drop some off at both the other locations with Alana and Megan. And or if you just want to email me at jp@JillPriceStudios's.ca, I can forward you a registration form. We're only taking 10. I filled up. Actually, I was overbooked last time, so we are limiting to 10 just because printmaking can get a little hairy and messy. So make sure you're first on that list. Oh, anything else? Oh, I just want to give a couple of shout outs. At the Art for All conference when I was there, I took the time to have conversations with 2 of the reps, one from Golden, and another one from Hotcakes, which is an encaustics company. And they are really neat group of individuals at Hotcakes. They actually bought their company from a woman who was making them out of her home, and she was ready to retire, and so this gentleman who owned his own sort of little art store flew down and bought it from her, and now his hotcakes are taking up the hotcakes. And if you already use hotcakes, something they're releasing this year is called hot sticks. And if you are a drawer by nature, these are very exciting because they allow you to actually draw with wax and then fuse them into the rest of the body of the wax that you've laid down. And so in terms of getting detail and working with line in a really aggressive way, the hot sticks are going to be really cool. Another shout I just wanted to give to was Golden. You know, they're always coming out with fantastic products, and so something that I was excited about is, one, their open acrylics, and he was extremely generous, just, you know, gave out a whole bunch for us to try, so everybody was really excited about that. And the other thing is the GAC 400, and so maybe some of you already heard of this, but I hadn't. I use GAC 200, which is a product that helps me bind acrylics to sort of a shiny surface. So what it does is it creates a little tooth on your surface so that your paint will stick. So because I often work on plexiglass, I've been using a lot of the GAC 200. GAC 400, what it does, and why it's interesting to me, is that it stiffens fabric. And so because I've been actually sewing bowls with canvases, what this does, if you put a coat on it, it'll actually really stiffen it. And I'm going to try a couple. I actually kind of like the malleability of my bowls at the moment. I like that they're quite organic and that you can change the shape of them, but I might try coating them on one side so that there is some sort of firmness to them. And if you're working with a raw canvas or just a raw material, something that's not been painted on, then GAC would really stiffen it up for you if the paint's not there to help do that. So anyway, thanks to Golden, thanks to Hotcakes for always coming out with fantastic products. Daily Dilemmas. I'm getting ready for a show at the Museum of London Art Rental, and so today my dilemma is, you know, making a few more works of a body of work that I sort of left behind, and so revisiting that work, which is always kind of hard when you've moved on mentally to another space or another approach to art making. But I guess these sort of exercises give you strength, develop a discipline in the artist, and so basically the art making becomes work sometimes in these cases. But anyway, so I'll be in my studio today working on a couple more global landscapes, which investigate the issues of how oil saturates our lives economically, politically, physically, spiritually, and environmentally. And so anyway, I'm just hoping that I can keep positive as I move forward with this body of work. Of course, it's extremely timely with Libya, so I'm sort of keeping that in mind as I create today. That it's still relevant because these issues of the oil crisis in Libya, or the war going on in Libya, and how it's affecting oil production, is affecting me. So yeah, so it is relevant, and that's what I'm working on today. And so tomorrow, March 10th, I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully have more exciting news for you from the art scene in Barrie. Bye bye.